Hi, everybody. Today is March the 8th, 2023. Welcome to Grab a Cuppa. This is going to be kind of a short one today. It's after work, so it's like after 5 in the evening. It's kind of rainy and dark outside, so sorry about the lighting in the craft room. Um, I haven't really been doing a whole lot the last week or so. I had a kidney stone removed earlier this week. And quite frankly and honestly, I feel like I've been beaten in the back with a baseball bat and run over by a truck. So in my cup today is nothing but plain water. Um, and I don't even have it next to me right now. So grab your cup and let's set in for just a quick little talk. To start off with, the past week or so, I haven't done a whole lot of knitting. If any of you have seen any of my past videos, you know that I started this because I really didn't have anybody to talk knitting to or anything of that sort. And I messaged someone the other day, I'm not going to say any names, and asked about a different local yarn shop because we only have one yarn shop here in the Willamette Valley in Oregon. And I kind of, I miss being up by Seattle where there's a lot of yarn shops that I can go to, especially a couple of my favorites. Oh wow, my lights are flicking. Let's see. I don't know if that helps or hurts, but hopefully it helps. Anyway, up on the other side of Seattle, there were lots of yarn shops that I could go to. One of them had closed down after we reopened from COVID due to some building issues, and I loved it there, where you could just grab a project and go down and just sit and talk to whoever comes in. I kind of miss that atmosphere. Another one was actually in Seattle, and it was nice. I loved it. Apple Yarns in Seattle, if you're ever there. It's a wonderful little shop that the people that work there are amazing. I used to love going in there all the time. Um, let's see. So after that message, I I was invited to a spinning group because they didn't know of a lot of yarn shops, but there's a spinning group that we went to last Saturday morning. Um, it was a nice group of people, and I plan on going back. The issue that I have with the group is that it's about an hour's drive from my house at the moment, but they meet once a month. And there's spinners and knitters there and people that dye their own yarn, and it's all stuff that I enjoy. And it's a group that didn't make me. My spinning wheel is a traditional Ashford, so it doesn't travel very well. And I'm not very good at spinning anyway yet. Um, they didn't make me feel odd about just bringing a pair of socks to knit on. So it was nice to meet people who are spinning their own yarn. And a couple of them that I talked to was spinning yarn to make sweaters from. And they were spinning the yarn, they were going to dye the yarn the colors that they want, and then knit the sweaters, which is amazing. And where we had the spinning group at was an old textile type mill. And it was just, the next time I go, I'm going to have to take some videos and show you what I'm talking about because it is so cool. There's a haberdashery store. There's a yarn shop. There's a Pendleton store. There's the group. They have other events there. Um, Amazing. And then there was a yarn shop about a mile and a half away, I would say, about a mile and a half away from where we had the group. And I went in there, and the people there were just so nice. And it was a large open space, and they had loose leaf teas, and it was nice. It was a nice day out. So the next time I go, I'm going to take some video and introduce you all to the new places that I found in Salem, Oregon. There's also another place that has a spinning group at the end of the month, and it's closer by, and it's more in the country. And the lady that does the spinning group also has her own farm and does her own wool and stuff like that. So I want to check that one out as well and see how I feel about that one, because I mean, it is closer to home. And at the same time, it's at the end of the month and the other one's at the beginning of the month. So I can go to one week and one another week and have interaction with people, excuse me, that enjoy doing the same thing that I do. The person that I went to the group with last weekend also spins and used to have their own shop, and they dye yarn and knit the whole 9 yards. So maybe we can get together. They also like to weave, and I purchased some used, I think it's rigid heddle weaving looms. Anyway, we're going to get together and look at them and see what I can come up with there. So, as far as my knitting content, that's what I've been up to. I really didn't do a whole lot. Sunday and Monday, I had the stone removal, and I've had it done both ways now. I kind of like this, what do they call it? The sound wave thing, the non-invasive. It seems to be doing better, but it's so sore. We'll just put it that way. So the extent that I have done has been little bits, and it's been like, I mean, if you don't know already, I have a basket full of project bags, and I work on this a little while and I work on that a little while, and I'm having trouble like finishing something. And I really do need to finish something, but it seems like there's always something coming up. But I had signed up at the end of February to do the St. Jude's Knit Challenge for the month of March. And I can't really tell you exactly what it's called, but because I'm on my phone recording this now, so that's the issue. I can't look it up. But you sign up to raise money for St. Jude's Children's Hospital by knitting, and you put it on your Facebook page, and people can go on and donate through your Facebook page, and you just give them updates of what you're knitting. Well, my intent was to knit hats or blankets or teddy bears, because I crochet teddy bears, and knit hats and stuff to donate to different charities around. But I decided that that really wasn't what I was going to do. So 6 days into the challenge, I hadn't really done a whole lot so far, but I got my t-shirt. They send you a t-shirt, and I'll stand up and show you. It's just St. Jude's t-shirt. they send you a t-shirt and you post updates. So I had gotten a email from someone about charity knitting that I get emails from, and they were talking about knitted knockers. And I had heard about that before, but I never really I before the last few months I didn't really knit a whole lot. I was basically crocheting, and I moved to knitting because knitting was easier on my hands. So I decided, well, I'll look at the pattern, and well, I'm making knitted knockers. So my March knitting challenge for St. Jude's is I am making knitted knockers to help the breast cancer patients while raising the money, hopefully, for St. Jude's. My goal is $250. I have $30 raised already. And at the same time, I had the approved cotton yarn that they like because of the softer, the Pima cotton, in my box of cotton. So I'm working through my box that I had started working through. If you've seen the last few videos, you know I have a box of stuff, stash yarn that I'm working through, and the first box is cotton and sock yarn. So I actually, right here in my little gnome bee bag, I have it open too. I have the beginnings of my knitted knockers. Right now I'm doing a green color that I had in my stash. I'm doing it bottom up. So the opening is for the stuffing, and you're working the bottom up to the top. I found that video on YouTube. And again, I'm using my phone this time instead of my tablet because my tablet was dead. And I don't know the name of the video, but you can look how to do knitted knockers with magic loop bottom up. There's a 4-part video, and it's very simple, and I love it. This is Plymouth Yarn Clio. I don't know if you can see that very good. This is color 173, which is this green color. And these are 50-gram skeins of cotton. What is it? 100% mercerized Pima cotton. That's on the approved list. I tried to make sure that they were on the approved list before I send them off anywhere. The first ones that I did were also Plymouth Yarn Clio, 100% mercerized cotton in 167, and that's this color right here. So this is the top, and this is the bottom. Apparently, you leave this open, and if you're sending them to the place in Arizona that you can send them to, then you leave them unstuffed, and they'll stuff them and close them off. So they'll stuff them through there, and then they'll send them to the recipient. I went ahead and weaved this part in through the hole. They're able to pull this and cinch it up when they have it about the thickness or the shape that they want it, and they can tie it off so that they can take the stuffing out and replace it as time goes on, or fill it or empty it however they need. But this is the bottom, and we'll put that back in there. I just don't want it to be pulled so it doesn't pull out. And then this is the top. And this one's a different size. Apparently they put a bead or a button or something of that nature on the front, however they want it. It just ends up right there. It kind of decreases like a hat decrease, and then you just round it off and then weave in the end. That's one. And this one's kind of large. I didn't measure them. I was trying to get them all. I don't know. I started out doing um two of the same size. So I did like the same stitch count. So there's a pair, and then I was going to do another pair, but I did more than I thought that I did. Anyway, I have a couple of different sizes. So I have one pair. I actually got two pair. This is a rather large one. This is kind of a medium one. And then this is a pair of smaller ones, what they call A cup, B cup, and I don't know if this is a C cup or what. But I decided that it really doesn't matter. I could make one pair the same size, and then I could make a couple of larger ones. And because there's some people out there that need just one and not a whole pair, so I guess it really didn't matter that way. So I just made some off ones, but I got those four, and that was basically, I was gonna make a larger pair and a smaller pair, and you can't do that. But this is what I had left over out of a 50-gram skein of Clio Pima cotton. So there we go. So yeah, my goal is to make at least a pair a day. This is what I've got started for today already. I did that while I was on my break at lunch. So I got it started, and I'm going to try to make a couple of larger ones. I've got to look through my yarn box here and see what other cotton I have in there, because I know I have a lot of cotton, but I have like some 24/7 cotton, and I have like sugar and cream and dishy and stuff like that. Some of it I'm pretty sure is not on that list, but if you go to knittedknockers.org, I think it is, they have pattern to do, I think they're top down on DPNs, and they have a pattern for a flat version, so you can knit them flat and then piece them together. They're rather kind of simple. The bottom up, you're starting with the hole to stuff it with, and it's like 15 stitches, and then you're adding stitches up to a certain amount, and then you purl 2 rounds, and then you start decreasing the stitches to get to the point on the front where the nipple goes. And it's so simple. I don't know why I haven't done it before. So my St. Jude's knitting challenge this month is threefold. I'm helping St. Jude's by raising money. I'm helping Knitted Knockers, because that's my knitting that I'm going to use. And, you know, come to think of it, there's children, girls out there that have started maturing that are in the same situation. So you may not think of that, but, you know, there could be some under 18 girls that had issues with breast, and their breast cancer or something of that nature. So I'm just trying to tie it all in together, and I'm working through my stash yarn at the same time and doing something for the good. So my Facebook page is my first and last name, Maggie Lindstead. You can go on there and donate if you want to. Go to St. Jude's and donate if you want to. Go to knittedknockers.org and donate. My video is not to get you to donate. I'm just telling you where you can if you choose to. My video is just talking about what I'm doing. In no means am I trying to make you do something. It's also, what is it, National Women's Day. So, hello to all the women out there. How inspiring, right? Not a very long video today. So, that's pretty much all I've been up to for the past week, and not a whole lot else. Life has kind of happened in between. So, yep, just sitting around doing this. Hope to talk to you soon and have some videos for you. I just kind of wanted to tell you about the trip to the spinning group and the knitting challenge. If you're a crocheter, if you're a knitter and you want to do the St. Jude's knitting challenge, there's still time, I'm sure. If you're a crocheter, I think they do the St. Jude's crochet challenge during the month of April. So you can look into that. There's something for everybody out there if you really wanted to. So there you go. Glad you joined and have a good week. Bye.